Forgive me, Father, I have sinned. This beat is inspiring to cut off the iron fist and encourage the violence. Smiling while watching me ruin entire cliques. And the worst thing about it is I'm nowhere near Catholic. I'm Mr. Fantastic, the way my rhymes are isolated. Say it hard, but back your shit up like it's constipated. No need to question minds, I don't ever have to fake it. If you need examples, just picture your baby mama masturbating to this song. It's so wrong that I'm on. Got people after me as if I done spat on the Quran. Fucking terrorist bitches, cause that shit be the bomb. And if you take that shit to heart, you're a fucking moron. I hate these fake ass MCs who they all claim to be. I need to stop them from breathing. They are my pet peeves and they are the reason I spit with a vengeance. Fuck what you mention, skipping your tracks after a sentence.
Mad Fact Entertainment.
DT Oath 1 full effect. Born and raised Seattle, Washington from the age of 0 to 15, and then I moved over to Perth where I've been at since then, and I'm 25 now, so about 10, 11 years now. It's actually pretty funny because I used to be, when I first started rapping, when I was like 15, 16, it used to be Cannibal. Then I wanted to change it because it just was too leaning towards that too dark of a thing. And then I was thinking of something that was just me. So it started with D-Torre. And throughout time when I was doing collabs with people and stuff, they were calling me Detour. So then I had to make it even more simpler than anything, and I just thought DT. And DT stands for Deshel Torre, which is my first and my middle name. I started when my dad had bought like this little sampler machine. It was at the pawn shop for like, I think it was like $100, and he was sitting there and he would just make little beats for himself, and then he would write and sing. And then on his off time, I would steal it and make my own little things and write my own little things. And this is where I back in the cat and the rap and the hat and the red and the dead and the bed type of stuff. So that's where I always started when I was like 10, doing it like that, just following his footsteps like that. But then professionally, when I realized that I could take it seriously, I think I was maybe 17 or 18, and that's when I started really trying to venture out. It's weird because I found hip hop twice in my lifetime. So first time was when I actually just started hearing, I don't know, I think it was Jay-Z when I first heard it off like the Rush Hour tape. My folks bought me like this little tape player, and I've got the Rush Hour soundtrack, and I just played like all the joints from there, which is very commercialized back then. But I got into it through underground hip hop from the West Coast, where the Brother Lynch hung, very dark stuff. And then when I moved over here, I got introduced to the birthplace of hip hop. My manager and a lot of my close friends have kind of pushed me into the history of where hip hop was born and raised, and I found it again. Found a whole new love for it, and that's basically where I've taken it, gone back and forth, have that West Coast feel, but then also have the bit of that East Coast vibe as well. At first, I was too scared to make music because back then, when I was growing up listening to all the MCs and Tech Nines and E40s and even who else? Mos Def, The Roots, I was too scared to start. I was terrified. These guys are just legends. These guys can throw down. So I was there. But then, as I grew up, I always was writing. I never really showed anyone. So I was just writing just for my own benefit, my own personal stress relief. And then as the years went by, more and more whack shit came up, and to the point where I was actually fed up, and to the point where I felt that I can even do better than majority of the whack shit that's come out. Now, you've still got these big wig guys out there doing their thing and all, but as long as I can see the difference between this and that, then I will always be striving to be better than them, because naturally it's already better than these guys. So that's where I wanted to go, whether I change someone else to start writing or start rapping or even being a poet, you know, whatever it is for that. That's mainly that's another reason why as well, just to keep feeding the people that don't rap. I'm in the works of another EP. The first EP I did with Oath, Journal Entries, was done almost exactly a year ago. I got a mixtape called Born to Feel that I'll have almost ready. I've got about 3 or 4 tracks that need mixing down, and then that's ready to go, so that'll kind of push on. And then there's other works of little things, like I'm joining a band soon, so I'm working on all of that, all in the mix of keeping up with the monthly wrap-ups as well. I would say energy, knowledge, a bit of fun, you know, representing Zulu. We speak all of that: peace, love, unity, and safely having fun. So with all of that, I try and put that into my performance and my vibe, basically, or my all-around vibe. That's basically it. So my all-around vibe when I'm out here drinking, or if I'm boxing, or whatever the case is, and that's what I put all of that on stage as well. I appreciate each and every one that's always followed me, from the wrap-ups to Casey Wonder and Zulu Nation. All of these guys, they've been supporting me hard for the last couple of years, regardless of how many people show up at a show, whether it's 10 or freaking 5,000. You know, I've done so many different shows and seen so many faces light up, and that's what drives me to keep going. So I thank everyone who does that, because I feel like I'm connecting with a lot of people that I felt I couldn't connect with. You spit dark in bars, I spit light in stars. You want to imprison people, I want them to reach far past galaxies and moons. There is no ending soon. If you expand your mind, you'll see there's plenty of room past various platoons. Call your goons, I'll sort them out. I'm the oracle son, bending spoons, the older child. Rock past basics, can't fake this. Look outside, it's outrageous. Being courageous is frowned upon lately. That's why public silence increased greatly. You want to silence this? Then motherfucker make me. Ignorance is bliss, and I can't ensure your safety. Lord, take me to a place of longevity and get the innocent out. A place is bombed heavily, rock steadily. Do you come in peace? You better be. I'll forever be a man of my word. Observe how I observe the herd, follow my own footsteps. Absurd, I speak for the poor and tired. I want to be heard. I know I have to fight when I'm kicked to the curb, because respect isn't bought with money, homie, it's earned.
The expression of my stress is nothing less than the lack of unity. That's why drugs runs our community, with the mentality of it better you than me. They're lacking purity, filtered with arrogance, it's mad obscurity.